there she is.
Champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, stand up, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, stand up. Getting close, now it's just who wants it most. It's just like that's how it is, 'cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. Stand up, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, stand up, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up, for the champions, stand up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down, I have to pick
Good evening, parents. I'm standing back behind here. Some of you are saying, why is she back behind there? And the reason is because you're going to see these guys up front. And so we want you to know that all of the action, regardless of what seat you're in or what side you're on, you should be able to see everything that's going on. So welcome family, welcome friends. This is a celebration of this group of kids, and we are so very, very excited that we are helping to pass them on through the next levels of life, and that we've been able to play a part in that. I want to start by saying, how many of you are pre-godders? I'm going to have you raise your hands. And families, you can stand too. How many of you have somebody standing up here who has been at Arbor Creek all 6 years? Yeah, all right. Awesome. Very good.
Do you want it wide, everybody? Because it makes them too small.
And parents, this one is for you. All right. How many of you, this is your last child that will be going through Arbor Creek? All right. Yeah, there you go. Hey, how am I supposed to take that, guys? Excellent. Well, we're very excited that you're here with us today. We are so excited because we have such brightness to celebrate this evening. You can see that they got their necklaces on and they are ready to go. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you sit down, just like we practiced today. All right, and we want to say a welcome to the people who are on the stage. And after I call your name, you'll just kind of raise your hand so we make sure we know who everybody is. Miss Miller, who is filling in for Miss Ramirez. Miss Powell. Miss Kaufman. Miss Crosby. Miss Catalina. Mrs. Rusty. And Mrs. Showalker. Let's begin on the call. We want to start off this evening showing you just how committed and involved our kids are. And so we have lots of after-school opportunities here, but we're going to call out some clubs. And our pre-daughters, if you are involved in this club, we want you to just quietly stand where you're at, and we want you to show that you've been involved in that particular club, okay? My first club that I want to introduce is Safety Patrol. Have you been on Safety Patrol? These kids have helped us out with Now, we're going to give a quick little reminder here, moms and dads. Remember that your parents could be sitting in another place, and they want your picture possibly of your face not track side. So feel free to turn that direction if you need to, all right? Our next club was Math Wings, sponsored by Mr. Autry. If you're in Math Wings, Math Wings is a competitive group that actually traveled through, sometimes going to Lake North and other places to competing in district-wise, and our teams always did a very good job. Next is Student Council. If you've been on Student Council, would you please stand? Participated with our student congress with high school kids and middle school kids and truly held their own as they were with those groups of kids, as well as helping do different things for community service around here at Arbor Creek. We also want to say if you're in fitness club, that's pretty self-explanatory. Fitness club. Excellent. You may have a seat. What about Scrabblers? You're involved in Scrabblers. So if you're looking for a real competitor and help you on words with friends, why check with one of these fifth graders. Battle of the Books, if you've been in Battle of the Books. These kids actually read anywhere, just read a ton of books, and actually battled to answer questions about the title, the author, and other pieces. And so, guys, congratulations. Isn't it exciting to see some of these academic clubs and so many kids being involved in that? I think that says a lot about our school and about our kids. What about if you've been involved in, it's been a while, but Lunch Bunch? Were you involved in Lunch Bunch? Okay. Both of those clubs were sponsored by Ms. Walker, and Lunch Bunch, I think it was third grade, wasn't it, guys? We actually got to bring your lunch, talked about a book, and had a great time with that. Cooking Club with Ms. Lonnie. You've been involved in Cooking Club. Excellent. All right, I am going to some of your homes after this evening, okay? We're going to check out your cooking skills. Great job. Volleyball. You've been involved in volleyball with Ms. Clark. I have to tell you, first season we ever tried this, well, it was a little bit rocky, but man, we came out strong this year. So guys, way to go. We also want to say the club that I sponsored, Photo Club. If you're involved with Photo Club, we made some trips to the Coffee Center. We've taken pictures around Arbor Creek. We've taken pictures around downtown, and that was just a really fun club for me to be able to have a part of and be with the kids. Lyric opera. I'm going to put a little plug in here because these guys thought they may be done with Arbor Creek, but we actually are one of the only schools that's going to be sponsoring a week-long lyric opera camp right here at Arbor Creek. And we'll be getting those flyers out hopefully tomorrow. And then I think it's June 3rd through sometime, but it'll be in the afternoons from 12:30 to 4 o'clock. And even if you weren't involved in lyric and you want to be, you're welcome to even join. But that was a cool club and some great things. We even went to see the actual opera, the Mikado. Very cool opera. And these guys know how I love opera and I love plays and stuff. So it was very fun and they did an awesome job here. We want to say, how many of you have been involved in CSI? Cool, Science Investigations with Ms. Showalter. Alright. Band! Arbor Creek Band! Great job, have a seat. We also want to say strings, if you've been involved in strings. Special chorus. Let's keep standing, guys. And then we had a club. It was kind of club, kind of not really our club, but I'm going to recognize these girls anyway. Girls on the Run. If you run, Girls on the Run. Stand up, guys. All right, guys. I think I covered them all. I asked teachers to help me out. Volunteer club, absolutely. If you're a volunteer club. Volunteer club. All right, excellent. Guy, do you have another one? Lego League. If you've been involved in Lego League when you were younger. Absolutely. Chess Club! Have you been in Chess Club? All right, yeah. Oh, Carlson has another one. Junior Falcons. Absolutely. All right, very good. I think that's it. Oh, Joseph. Special course, I said. Do you forget to stand? Joseph, stand up. We're going to say special course. We're going to hit the ball. Thanks for being good support. All right, we are thrilled that your children are here this evening and we can celebrate, like I said, this moving into the next phase. Well, one more class, just a moment. What? Guitar Club years ago. You're involved in the Guitar Club years ago. All right, if you have another club, well, if there's any other club, stand. Just kidding. All right, we want to, at this time, get ready to give out our certificates of promotion. Now, some of you are saying, I got a terrible seat tonight. It's okay. Because you know what? We're going to snap all of our pictures over here. So as you see your child kind of move that direction, well, we're going to let you kind of move that way. But let me also say that Cindy Johnson is going to be taking some pictures that you'll be allowed to have as well. That will be on our website. Responsible for our 2012-2013 fifth graders promotional video, which you'll be seeing a little bit too. So Cindy, thank you. Thank you. All right, at this time, I think we're ready to start having our first students. Remember, guys, we need you close to the chairs so we can start heading. I think we're starting with Mr. Audrey's class. Dylan Boomsma. Molly Burr. Courtney Costain. Stephen Fox. Emma Dean. Mason Eno. Carson Getz. Ashley Gray. Ty Hayden. Ina Enda. Hannah Iverson. Connie Lanza Ortiz. Portia Mahapakita. Jared Mateka. Maddie Ogle. Joseph Owen. Emma Stewart. Cody Silon. Ivana Taylor. Abigail Tavera. Noah Thomas. Hallie Tremboli. Natalie Warren. Jacob Weiner. Dylan Yerkes. Now Miss Hoffman's class. Drew Bellamy. Jessica Bray. Riley Brinkoff. Caleb Simon. Isabel Felton. Jessica Frazier. Lily Gray. Abby Griswold. Bailey Haynes. Kobe Hoffman. Hayden Ivers. Lauren Iverson. Allie Rothenberg. Colton Medlock. Benjamin Calco. Mary Porter. Gavin Bryan. Gracie Rush.
Mina Rice. Alyssa Smith. Cole Smith. Jude Staff. Carly Terry. Braden Deloria. And now presenting Ms. Powell's class. Sally Asaka. Jillian Adeline. Elizabeth Vaughn. Jonathan Boyer. Dorina Chow. Haley Cogbill. Jackson Eaton. Benjamin Evan. Jacob English. Haley Garnett. Allison Gale. Richard Gross. Tony Hampton. Creighton Hill. Cameron Johnson. Grace Kim. Tanner Kimberly. Corey McDonald. Olivia Miller. Alex Paul. Maggie Pelican. Peyton Steph. Danny Winslow. Davian Wooden. Megan Trapp. Now Mrs. Ramirez class presented by Mrs. Miller. David Butler. Constance Halibut. Bryce Staney. Jacob Dillon. Jacob M. Hart. Kirsten Finch. Trevor Colston. Guy Oscar. Alex Johnson. Jillian Tecca. Tony Madrano. Christian Mesa. David Robertson. Elizabeth Simpson. Sophie Scozo. Zaria Henry. Lexi Tyler. Chloe Van Peeler. Aiden Williams. Jordan Rivers. Parker Goldhouse. Kendall Wright. Let's give all of our promoted people.
Fifth graders, congratulations! We have a few awards that we'd like to pass out this evening and make sure that we recognize some individual students. So to start with, we'd like to say a big congratulations to Maggie Gallagher. Let's hear it for Ty. Our next group of awards that we want to recognize is going to be presented from Mrs. Reschke. This is the Presidential Volunteer Service Award. Did I say that right? And so Ms. Reschke is here to present those awards at this time.
The Presidential Volunteer Service Award goes to individuals who do community service in their neighborhood. It does not count to do it for your family or your relatives, and they must do the service for free. And so we have a number of individuals who receive this award. For 50 hours of service, we have some students who received the bronze medal. If they did 75 hours of service, they would get a silver medal, and over 100 or 100 and over, they get a gold. We have some bronze recipients and some gold medal recipients. So when I call your name, if you would come up, please. The bronze awards go to Lexi Tyler. Connie Lanza Ortiz. Dorina Chow. Olivia Miller. Kendall Wright. We do not have any silver awards to give out, but we do have some gold medal award recipients. Abby Tefera. Abby put in 106 hours this year. Courtney Costain. David Butler. And Natalie Warren with 127 hours. I'm going to thank all of our recipients for making our world a better place for their selfless acts of service. Let's give them a round of applause.
The last group of awards that we have presented tonight are the Presidential Academic Excellence Awards. And these awards come with a signed certificate from President Barack Obama. There's also a letter that comes with that. And I want to read that to you at this time. Please accept my congratulations on receiving the President's Education Award. I'm pleased to join your family, friends, and teachers in recognizing this tremendous achievement. Nothing will have a greater impact on your success and the success of our nation than the knowledge and the skills you gain in your classroom. Your future is in your hands. And as long as you stay focused on your studies, there is not a single thing you cannot accomplish. By earning this award, you have shown the discipline, the drive to excel academically, and I encourage you to carry on those qualities forward in all that you do. Congratulations again. I applaud the example you set for students across our country, and I wish you all the very best for the coming years. Barack Obama. All right, we have several things to pass out to these students. We got lots of homework for this one, guys. All right, our first recipient of the President's Education Award is Drew Bellamy. Drew, come on. I apologize, I failed to tell you that these students scored, their grade point average was 3.7. For 4th and 5th grade, and these students also scored exemplary on both the Kansas Math and the Kansas Reading assessments. So, Drew, congratulations. Our next recipient is Dylan Boobsma. Our next recipient is Elle Dewey. Our next recipient is David Butler. Jessica Frazier is our next recipient. Our next recipient, Allison Gale. Our next recipient is Lily Graves. Our next recipient is Abby Griswold. Our next recipient, Bailey Haynes. Our next person to recognize is Tony Hampton. Our next person to receive this award, Alex Johnson. Our next student, Grace Kim. Our next recipient, Olivia Miller. Our next recipient is Colton Medlock. Our next recipient, Alex Paul. Our next student to be recognized, Gavin Ryan. Our next student, Nina Rice. Our next student, Lizzie Simpson. Our next student to be recognized, Sophie Skozik. Next to receive this award, Alyssa Smith. Our next student, Jude Stapp. Our next student to receive the award, Peyton Stiff. Our next student, Chloe Van Ham. Next, Mr. Jacob Weinhardt. Jacob Weinert. Our next recipient, Danny Winslow. And our last student to receive this award is Parker Walgast. In other schools, I talk with other principals and I say, how many kids do you have that actually qualify for this award? And it is never anywhere near the caliber of what we have here about freaking the number. And you know what? All of you are great, and this group of fifth graders are to be commended for the work that you've done. So I am so proud of all of you. And we're going to celebrate just a little bit now. We're going to watch a video of times past plus times now. And so I hope you will enjoy the celebration of the 2012-2013 fifth graders.
Please stop it. All this.
Stephen Johnson, can you turn off those lights on there?
Okay, our Creek Honors, I'm going to ask you to give me your attention. First of all, in my closing comments, I have to share with you a bit of a story. And the story is this, that years ago, my family traveled to Cancun. It was my mom, my dad, my brother, and my grandmother. And needless to say, a tropical storm came in and scared me half to death. I mean, I was so glad. I'm talking palm trees. Yeah, I was not that scared. Absolutely. And palm trees were leaning over this way. And before I knew it, the lights went out in the entire hotel. We had no electricity. We had no coal. We had no anything to make us cooler. We had no lights. And so we all started digging, and I went out in the hallway. And needless to say, as I went out into the hallway, I let the door slam. Well, my family followed behind me, and luckily, I carried this little light thing in my purse. Just kind of a little light. There was enough light at the time to kind of help me open the door and at least get the key in, and we were good to go. But you know what? My mom is kind of more of an industrial lady, and she had actually brought this in her suitcase. Literally. Okay? And the point of my story, guys, is that, you know what? It took the little light to get us open and get us back in the room. And guys, it kind of reminds me of kind to people and how to get along well with others. And hopefully we've taught you perseverance so that you'll be able to know what you need to do and make those right decisions that you need to in middle school and high school. In other words, we hope we've started you with a little bit of a light. You know what? Thanks to the breaks, we gave you some lights tonight, some neon lights, to hopefully help you see. Yep, absolutely. You raise them up. You can stand up. Yep. And so thanks to the breaks, you got a little bit of a light. But you know what? I hope that collectively, as like my family did that night, you know what? The little light was too little. My mom's industrial light certainly helped. But my brother had a light, and my dad had a light. My grandma had about 3 flashlights, I think, in her suitcase. And you know what? It was with all of those lights that we were able to just go to bed that night. We were able to see what we needed to do, get our toothbrushes, change into our pajamas, and all that good stuff. Guys, it took us all collectively being able to do that. You, Arbor Creek 5th graders, need to stand collectively as well for what's good, for what's right, for what you need to be doing, and for all that we've hopefully taught you here at Arbor Creek. I found a poem, and I want to read it to you, and hopefully it will kind of exemplify what I'm talking about. Always let that light of yours shine. Make it a beacon that others can find. Remember that others may try to seek someone to help them when times are bleak. Do you tell yourself everything is just fine, ignoring the needs of others as if blind? What about those who have gone astray, and those who are lonely and really afraid? Search your heart and see what you find. Ask yourself if you have been unkind. Don't hide your light, stand for all that is good. Make it shine bright as you know that you should. When you stand for all that is good and right, it's sure to guarantee that your future is bright. Others will look upon you as a beacon of hope, as down life's road they struggle and cope. Let your light shine, be as bright as can be, and you will become something. You just wait and see. All right, we have a little something to help you remember that too. But before I finish this, I'm going to turn this over to Miss Haynes, and she, I believe, is going to help us with a presentation that you guys are going to give to Arbor Creek. So, Miss Haynes.
It's been a tradition at Arbor Creek for the Freudian class to leave a gift for the school to remember them by. And this year, the 5th grade class would like to present this sign to Arbor Creek as a gift from the class of 2013.
Beautiful, guys. Thank you so much. I accept that gift and I'm excited to get that on our building so that you all will see it as you drive by and come to the event. At this time, you know what, our pre-guarders, you got neon shirts, you got neon bracelets, you got neon necklaces, but it is our hope that you will shine so bright that you have to collectively shine so bright and individually be bold and shine bright that you're going to need to even maybe wear some shades. So if you'll look underneath your chairs, on the bottom here. All right, very good. Arbor Creek Ladders, we are very proud of you. If you'll have a seat. Thanks for helping us out. If you'll have a seat. I know we want to say a big thanks to several people. First of all, I want to give thanks to the staff who was on stage, who was here this evening. I want to thank all of our committee members for this event and those that helped tomorrow. If you were involved in our committee planning for either tonight or tomorrow, would you stand at this time so we can give you a round of applause? Great job. The decorations are so wonderful. They're just made for you. We also want to say, please remember, parents, that tomorrow is our extended field day for our 5th graders. They will actually start on their extended field day at 3 o'clock, and then they will be able to stay until it's 4:30, isn't it, Ms. Johnson? 4:35, around there. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over and say a great big thanks as she comes up here. Cindy Johnson was our committee chair.
Don't worry, we'll talk about it.
different teachers. I know whenever they see my emails, I'm sure they were wanting to block them and run away when they saw me in the school, so I really bothered them. But I also wanted to thank Ms. Rushke, Ms. Butler, is she here still? And Lonnie and Dr. Dumas as well, just for all the help that you've done. Dr. Moss, I just wanted to say as well that you've had our kids for the last, 5 to 6 years, and I have to say that you have to be one of the most hardworking, caring principals I know, and that our kids are better people because of you. And
Parents, on behalf of Arbor Creek Elementary, we want to say thank you. It has been our privilege. We don't take the charge lightly that you entrusted many years of your child's education to us. And we are very proud to present to you our 2013 class of Arbor Creek.